All right, we're back, and I'm excited to make an announcement right here, right now, that I will be building a DRZ 462. We're rounding way up to a 470 stroker big bore for Link's Garage. He's already released his video making his announcement. He's done his Dr. DRZ and with his bulletin board. I don't have anything like that just yet, but I'm wanting to make that announcement, and I'm wanting to tell you about what all I'm going to be doing on it. He's already said some of those things, and I don't know exactly if he made all of the announcements, but I also need to make sure that you know that I'm not Dr. DRZ, I'm the DRZ Whisperer. Get a stroker. Get a big bore. All right, that was just a creepy moment. Courtesy of Sleepy Joe. If you don't know who Sleepy Joe is, I don't know who Sleepy Joe is. If you don't know, you do know now. Oh, anyway, what I'm going to do is, this is one of my previous builds here. It's what a lot of my components come in with the stroker crank and all those things. It has its instructions and stuff on here. One of the major instructions is for the clearancing on the counterbalancer shaft, something that I'll show you on that, but I'm getting ahead of myself. A lot of the parts will come in this. These are en route. I don't have the engine directly in front of me right now, but I will have that for you. I will show you that it is actually the stock engine that was out of this 2012 over here to my right, the black one here. This is a 2012 S model. It's a stroker right now as it is. I had an engine from another bike that I picked up. That's another story. I didn't film a lot of that. My camera messed up. I got a new camera. It's my DJI Osmo Action 4, which we're filming this on. We've done a few track videos on it, etc., etc. I'm getting ahead of myself. But one thing I am going to do on that, here's the other option here, other thing here, that's different from these other two bikes, my 2016 and my 2012, is I'm going to put the wide ratio gears in it. I picked these up. Oops, it's upside down in the box here. And if you're not familiar with that, that's the Advanced Clutch Technology. They're DRZ enthusiast, and they made a gear set for the DRZ, and that's going to be a different concept for his bike. That's different from my SM. It's a different component than one of the ones that I've done. So it's made a big difference for this bike, which has really aggressive final drive gearing, 1350. But with the wide ratio transmission in this, I can be in fifth gear and cruise along at about 55 or 60 miles an hour relatively comfortably. And I've also, GPS confirmed, got up to 85. I could probably get it up to 90 if I really wanted to wring it out, but I don't want to. But that's what's in this bike. It has its purpose. We're going to make some adjustments on Link's final drive, and I'm pretty excited about going through that process, and he'll be sharing that with you. Okay, so we got these two components out of the way. What's in this other box over here? This is an OEM kickstart kit. That's going on the engine as well. So I've got those things. This is on its way, coming. What else are we going to do? Well, if you're familiar with his channel, he's got the new Electron carburetor. And so what they're thinking about doing is possibly working together. I'm not trying to give them their business. I'm going to get one possibly delivered to me here. Link and I are a long ways away from each other. So, and Link is still pretty busted up. So one idea that we've bounced back and forth off of each other is that I could take one of my bikes and install this engine, even though it's kind of a pain in the butt to do that, but it's an extra step. However, uninstall the engine out of my bike, do the initial run-throughs, break-ins, and all those things so that we could troubleshoot any problems. Because when you're doing this much stuff, some little oil leak and this and that can develop, and you know, that'd be a real bummer to drive 12 hours one way with the engine and do all that work and then to have a simple problem like that. If I do that break-in, yes, I'd have to go through the bummer of uninstalling that engine that is in it right now, installing the to be built engine that you will see, and then do some break-in on it, and then doing that same process again. That's an extra, quite a bit of work for someone that's not a real actual mechanic, but that might save us some time. When that is done, I will be transferring that engine and the other components. You know, if he sends me his Electron, or if Electron sends me a different carb, whatever it is, we'll do that little dance, and we'll share that with you as well. We're not in a big hurry. It's going into winter, so be that as it may. So let's see, what have I left out? We've got that whole process going on. I'm going to be getting all the parts in soon. I've got a little bit of experience. This will be my 5 of 5 so far of stroker big bores. Because if you haven't followed this channel, I started out with a 2017, oh good grief, I hope that's right, that I did for my friend Nathaniel in Illinois. And I did this one, the gray one here, my 2016. Then I got a hold of this OG 2000 model, E model, and I've done this 2012 over here earlier this year. And then so Lynx will be the 5th one. So 3 of which is in my possession. I think that's pretty cool. One guy, 3 strokers, that project's already been completed. So what else are we going to do? Yeah, it'll be a little bit of a pain to do all the tuning and stuff, because sometimes some of these electrons can be a little sensitive at the startup portion. 4 strokes are a little bit more sensitive than some of these 2 strokes. I've got Electron over here on, I'm looking at it off camera here on my YZ400F that I've got overboard to a 444. And I also have Electron on my YZ250 over here. Both of those work pretty good. The 4-stroke one, I did have to mess with quite a bit to get it to start just right. And it doesn't have the magic button on it, so that's kind of an issue. So if we have something of a ballpark established at this particular point, when I've got time, that saves us time when I go to where he lives. So we all have all those things going. And again, I haven't locked down that that's what we're going to do, but we're looking at that as a possibility. So here's what I am counting on you guys to do. I count on you to follow this channel. Please subscribe, and subscribe, you know, if you're not already, to Link's Garage. Make sure and turn the bell notifications on. If you do those things and you comment on our video, you give us the likes if you're interested. I know I've not been the best about not running on, and I'm kind of doing that right now, but I'm trying to stay on point, stay on task, and not make a marathon video. We're doing this video I'm doing it take to take, and then that's it. So I might do a little bit of editing on the builds. So what I'm asking for you guys to do is to comment, let me know what you want to see. I'm going to run through a lot of things that I've done before on this channel. Look at my other videos on the builds that I've done, and you'll see the evolution of what I've done over the years. I do this for fun, to share my experience. That's all I do it for. You know, we're approaching that 1,000 subscribers, which isn't really a big deal, but it kind of is a big deal. I want to grow this channel. I want to share what we do with anybody that wants to see it. We do have the new DRZ coming out. I won't be able to tune one of those in here the way I can with these carburetors, especially the Electron, which I'm kind of excited to be potentially working with for these, and just see how turnkey it is. Thankfully, I'm familiar with them, but we'll get into that. Let me know what you want to see. Give us some comments if you have any ideas on what we should do with this. And if you know the other business that we have going between Link and myself that we're saving for later, just keep it to yourself right now. With that, I'll say thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the coming weeks as I start to tear down the other engine and start this build series. We're going to do it in parts. I'm going to do a playlist for this project, and I just want to say thank you to Link for trusting me to do this collaboration with him. We've been in communication for a great deal of time. So with that, I'll say thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. And this one's for Link.